So knowing it can be a headache finding complete Game Boy Advance ROM hacks, I thought I'd gather a couple of my favorites so you can find a great experience to enjoy for yourself. Welcome to Game Enjoyer. Today we're taking a look at 5 more complete Pokemon ROM hacks. And, as always, this won't have any games from my previous videos, so if you haven't seen any of those yet, be sure to check them out as they probably have even more ROM hacks for you to enjoy. All these ROM hacks will be completable, and the order of them doesn't determine if one is better than the other. All these games are 10 out of 10. With that said, let's take a look at them. And to start us off, we got Pokemon Gaia, created by Spherical Ice. This classic ROM hack was actually made more than 10 years ago, but it still holds up extremely well and maintains its spot as one of the best ROM hacks. This game takes place in a completely new region called Orptus, which was once populated by a very advanced civilization, but due to disastrous earthquakes they met their demise. All that remains is monuments to their gods and guardians in the form of temples, idols, relics, and stories of the past. In the current day, Pokemon Professor Redwood and local archaeologists have come to the region to investigate an increase in seismic activity, in hopes of finding a way for the region to not fall to the same fate as it did in the past. The professor will seek your assistance as a new trainer, along with your new rival, in helping find out more of the region's past and a hopeful end to the seismic increase. This game features Pokemon up to Generation 6, and includes the physical and special split as well as fairy-type Pokemon. Movesets have been reworked with updated animations, and you'll find items and abilities up to Gen 6. Mega Evolutions are fully implemented as well. Visually, it's had a nice facelift with new Pokemon sprites along with new trainer and overworld sprites. There are hidden grottos and secret temples scattered around the region loaded with rare items and Pokemon for you to discover. It even throws in a bug catching contest and the Battle Marsh, which plays like the Battle Marsh from Kalos. And of course, it's packed with quality of life upgrades that make it super smooth compared to vanilla GBA titles. This classic may be over 10 years old, but it still far exceeds a lot of the ROM hacks made today. If you haven't played it yet, I truly recommend this one, at least for a single playthrough. And as always, I'll have a link in the description where you can find the patch file along with more information on this game. Next up at number 2, we got Pokémon Glazed, originally created by Red Rider 180, but has been maintained by Trainer X493. This game is set in the brand new region of Tunod. You play as a new trainer starting out their adventure just like the mainline games, with the difference being that your character finds himself occasionally slipping into an alternate universe due to instabilities within your dimension. During your exploration, you'll set out to figure out the cause behind the unstable dimension while defeating gyms and exploring a completely new region. Some of the features include the option to choose from 5 different starters. You'll journey through 3 distinct regions, Tunod, Rancour, and Johto, each with its own challenges and stories. The game includes Dream World Pokemon and expands the roster to include species up to Generation 6. It features both the Pokemon world and a version of the real world, adding a unique twist to exploration. Along the way, you'll get the chance to capture all 5 starters and take on rematchable trainers and gym leaders for extra battles. Legendary Pokemon from across 6 generations are also available, and new out-of-battle effects which adds even more depth to gameplay. It also incorporates the physical and special split along with fairy-type Pokemon and full Mega Evolution support. On top of that, the game includes tons of quality of life improvements that make the experience even more enjoyable. While this game has crossed many hands to come to the final version it is today, it goes to show how many people saw and cared for the vision this game has. It's an awesome game and definitely worth checking out. I'll have a link in the description where I was able to find the patch file along with some more information on the game. And next up at number 3, we got Pokémon Unbound, created by Skelly. This legendary game takes place in the Boris region, which is full of conflict and mystery. The region's history centers around a historic war where the Boris king summoned a dark power in a desperate bid to win, only to suffer defeat when the enemy unleashed a catastrophic weapon. The aftermath of this war sealed away the dark powers used, leaving a peaceful future within grasp. Fast forward to where your story takes place, and there is a mysterious group called the Shadows who seeks to unearth that same forbidden power which destroyed so much in the past. With their motives being unclear, this story invites you to uncover the goals of the Shadow Group and the secrets of the past. Pokémon Unbound runs on a custom engine designed to match the features of Generation 8, bringing a modern gameplay experience. It's packed full of quality life improvements, including unlimited bag space, auto run, the Dex Nav, daily raids, and much more. The Gen 8 style HM system means you'll never need to teach HMs to your Pokemon again. Visually, the game looks so good, bringing DS level visuals to the Game Boy Advance platform. You also get the freedom to choose difficulty modes ranging from easy to insane. The new mission system offers 80 unique missions with progress tracking so you don't forget. While character customization allows for over 300 combinations of skin tones, hair color, and outfit styles. Additionally added is daily events and minigames like Cloudburst, Safari Sniper, and Underground Mining. Or maybe test your skills with challenging puzzles scattered throughout the game. The post-game content is rich, featuring additional missions, mining in the KBT Expressway, legendary Pokemon encounters, and more. All this is wrapped in a custom original soundtrack featuring over 180 unique songs composed for an unforgettable journey. You may have already heard of Unbound because of the sheer love shared for such a great ROM hack, and it's because it's definitely one of, if not the best ROM hack made. Filled with so many features, it's crazy to me that this game still runs on a Game Boy Advance. As always, I'll have a link in the description where you can find the patch file for this game, along with more information. And next up at number 4, we got Pokemon Emerald Rogue, created by Poke@B. This game takes everything we love about Pokemon and turns it into a well thought out roguelike with progression that feels right at home in a Game Boy Advance Pokemon game. It has you go on adventures where you pick a starter to take with you, or go with a Pokemon you've already caught. And in these adventures, you'll choose from multiple paths where you can battle trainers and Pokemon, take on procedurally generated routes, find legendary Pokemon encounters, and as well as the occasional Pokemon Center pit stop. At the end of each path, being a gym leader, making it all the way through multiple paths will lead you to the champion, and defeating that champion will reward you with the complete run, which in turn will reward you with many unlocks towards your home hub, which will let you prepare in more ways for the next adventure. This game offers a dynamic and replayable experience, starting with randomly chosen routes that keep each run feeling new. As you explore, you'll encounter procedurally generated items, trainers, and wild Pokemon. The central hub area serves as your home base, which you'll gradually expand upon with unlockable buildings and NPCs. You can personalize your character with great customization options, and fine-tune gameplay with multiple configuration settings, from level caps and trainer difficulty to toggling double battle mode. For competitive players, a seeded mode allows for consistent setups with individual configurations, perfect for multiplayer races with friends. Progress is tracked through a quest and reward system, challenging you in creative ways. Along the way, you'll encounter rare legendary Pokemon, while Mart and Move Tutor inventories evolve based on your achievements. The Safari Zone introduces a clever twist, letting you receive Pokemon from previous runs and use them as your new starter. And for those who dig deeper, post-game settings unlock even more customizations, some of which can be accessed early if you manage to uncover the secret room. I personally haven't played a whole lot of roguelikes, but this game is extremely fun to pick up and play in quick bursts, knowing that you are making progress towards your home hub, and it creates a whole new experience while still maintaining the identity of a Pokemon game. Definitely worth checking out, and as always, I'll have links to where you can find the patch file as well as more information on this game in the description. And at number 5, we got Pokemon Recharged Yellow, created by Jzu, who has been featured for many of the great games they have made. This game is a reimagining of the classic Pokemon Yellow game using the Game Boy Advance architecture. Built on the Emerald engine, it brings the nostalgic charm of the original Yellow game with the enhanced visuals and mechanics of the Generation 3. While updating the graphics of the Kanto region, it also preserves its iconic feel while updating the experience to suit modern standard. It's essentially a remake to Yellow that should have officially came out for the Game Boy Advance. Begin your adventure with Pikachu as your starter, who will be following behind you with the added Pokemon following system. The game supports trading and battling with other Gen 3 titles, including the fan-made Pokemon Heliodor. Kanto has been meticulously rebuilt using the Emerald engine, incorporating real-time clock functionality, berry mechanics, contests, and expanded post-game facilities. With inspiration from Pokemon Stadium, color variations are reflected across followers, party menus, and PC boxes, while richer Pokemon icons now display details like pit and shiny status. Numerous quality of life improvements and built-in modes such as hard mode, Nuzlocke, and level caps offer a much more tailored experience. Fans of Let's Go Pikachu will appreciate familiar touches, including appearances by Jesse and James. The Sevi Islands are reserved for a post-game exploration, featuring revamped content and new surprises. But that's just scratching the surface of what this game has to offer. This game is an amazing recreation of Pokemon Yellow and really makes me wish Game Freak made their own version of Yellow during the GBA era. Thankfully, this amazing game was created, and we got a more polished modern version of such an iconic game. As always, I'll have links in the description where you can find the patch file for this game. That's all the new games I got for you this time around. If there wasn't a new game for you in this video, there may just be a new one waiting for you in one of my previous videos. I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.